Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Oh, my camera's a little bit moved there. There we go. Hope you're doing well out there. You're not able to join us for our microscope stuff today, so I'm going to walk you through what you're going to end up doing for us today and where you'll find everything. First off, make sure that you're answering the bell ringers on Schoology. Make sure all of them are always answered each day that you're not here. So if you forgot about Monday or Tuesday, make sure that you go back, double dip, make sure that you got those things done. Today if you didn't go through and do the microscope tutorial, make sure that you check back with yesterday's stuff and do the microscope tutorial. I sent everybody a absent learner's guide to how to do day 2 with some videos and some pictures and stuff in there. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you missed yesterday, email me. I'll give you that stuff. I'll show you where everything is at today, though, in this video. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Schoology. Here, let me do that real quick. There we go. And then we're going to go to today's folder. I'll show you everything that you'll need for today. And notice that it's Wednesday through Friday, so it's the next 3 days we're working out of the same thing. So up here is your cell investigation assignments. You're going to need to use that today, but you also need to use this absent learner's guide down here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this first so that it pops that open. And then I'll open up the cell investigations tab here. And you can follow along with day by day as we go through things so that you can have everything that you'll need at your disposal as well. So what we're doing for our cell investigations is that we have 3 separate days, and for each day you're going to kind of be doing the same thing. You're going to be looking at cells or maybe not cells and telling me what they are that you see. So here's the stuff that they'll be doing in class. Obviously, you're not going to be able to utilize the microscope, but I'll kind of show you what it would look like underneath the microscope here because I got my big thing hooked up, so I'll switch over to that here momentarily. But what you're going to use is that instead of being able to look at things underneath the microscope, because you can't, in the absent learner's guide, you are going to use this picture for specimen number 1. To be able to complete slides 3 through 6. And then you're going to use this as your specimen number 2 slide to it. So these are going to be your pictures for today to use. Both of these are of cells. You'll have to tell me what type of cells they are, though, in our activity. So what you're going to do is by looking at that picture, you're going to fill out this chart and put X's where it is appropriate of whether or not it is a cell. What type of cell is it? Does it have a nucleus or not? What is the shape of the cell? Because of the shape, what is surrounding it then? And all you got to do is just put little X's in there. For today, everything is considered to be living. So you're going to be answering everything on the checklists for day 1. So you're going to be filling out the checklist there. This is where you'll put your picture. Make sure that you follow this instruction here to send the picture to the back so that you can use these arrows appropriately to it. You just have to drag the arrows and point to where the cell membrane is, where the nucleus is. If it has a cell wall, where would the cell wall be? This is very similar to what you had to do as one of the parts of the microscope tutorial. So this part should not be new. You just have to use the pictures that I give you in the absent learner's guide, which is found in the Schoology folder. And then you're going to be doing a CER. For your CER, take a look at our instructions over here of what you need to do for your claim, evidence, and reasoning. For your claim, you choose to claim whether or not it is an animal or a plant cell. So it is just simply, it is an animal cell. It is a plant cell. That's all you have to do for your claim. Your evidence then should come from the checklist. So you should reference one of these 5 things as your evidence. You'll need 2 of them, so you'll need at least 2 out of the 5 things to represent it as to why it is a plant or an animal. Some things apply better than others. And then reasoning, you just got to combine your claim and evidence together. It is an animal because evidence 1 and evidence 2. So make sure that you are restating both your claim and what you have as your evidence into your reasoning to it. And that's what you'll be doing for each one of them. You'll do the same exact thing for specimen number 2. You'll fill out this checklist. You'll put down that picture that I give you in the absent learner's guide. It'd be this pink one here. These are cells. You can kind of tell the brick shape to them. And they have those little dots in the middle. I'm not going to tell you what those things are, but you should know hopefully what those are if you went through the tutorial. And then you'll do the CER for what type of cell is this. Remember, you're using animals or plants. When you get to day 2, you can stop, and I'll have more instructions for you on how to complete day 2 tomorrow. If you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to email me. I am going to switch over to the microscope here so that you can see what these things should look like with the microscope. So you should be able to still see me or hear me, maybe not see. Here, let's see if I can fix that real quick. To it, video capture device, webcam number 2. Hey, there I am. This is on the fly editing happening for you. There you go. I'll still be in the corner. So this is going to be specimen number 1 and what it kind of will look like. You already seen the picture, but I want you to get kind of the microscope experience here. So I'm going to try to find some of these things here. You bring it into focus. Hey, there's those little sprinkles. That's what people have been calling them today. They kind of look like sprinkles. I'm going to focus in on this batch of them right there. They are multicolored because of the chemicals that we use to stain them. They stain to different colors. So there it is. We'll get it underneath a higher power so we can see them. There we go. I'm going to adjust this so that they're in the view of the camera. And let's see if we can go one more level to the highest power to really get close to them. Takes a fine touch. There we go. There would be our cells right there underneath the highest of powers. So you can kind of see that they got that little blob in the middle. That would be our organelle. That is very important for us. And then you can see they're kind of ovular shaped there. So that is specimen number 1. Specimen number 2 today, we'll have this thing, which is colored pink because of the chemical that we used. In real life, it would not be pink. See if I can focus it in a little bit more here. There we go. So that's underneath low power. Here we go, underneath medium power. You can start to see some of the little dots popping through. You can see that they're stacked on each other kind of like bricks. That should hopefully indicate whether that's a plant or an animal then. Let's see if we can get a good shot of it underneath the clearest of high powers. So, actually with this one, you can see that there's some of the bigger dots going on with it. I don't think I can actually, no, I cannot, you cannot see what I'm pointing to on there, but, I don't even know, I can't even stick anything in there. You can kind of see the bigger dots, if you look like below, yeah, right there, the one right below where my head's at. Here, I can do this, let me move this, there, this thing right below me, there's the nucleus. But you can also see there's some tinier dots kind of on the outside of them, especially on the ones over here. They're like all around. If you look all around, it kind of looks like freckles almost. Those are going to be chloroplasts, actually, inside of these cells to it, because that would be the second largest thing that you'd be able to see in this particular cell. They don't show up underneath medium power, so, and that's what we're taking pictures with, is underneath medium power, because most people will be able to get that focused in. High power is very hard to get focused, just because it takes a lot of strength and from our microscopes to be able to do that fine adjustment. A lot of times it ends up blurry. But yeah, that would be our second specimen there. Hopefully I've given you enough information through talking about it to tell you whether or not that it's an animal or a plant happening there with it. I dropped some key clues with it. But if you're having any problems whatsoever, do not hesitate to email me. I'll try to answer them back as soon as possible. But I'll be helping people with the microscopes during class, so it might be in between hours or if there's a lull when people are working. But I'll definitely be back at you if you need things. And hopefully you're back with us sooner rather than later here. If you have any questions, make sure that you email. Well, hopefully you're doing well, staying safe out there, and I will see you later. Bye.